来了来了，小帅哥又来了！哎呀，对阵老干爹的 BO3 决胜，办了个老陈处理不了的2个3号位英雄，好吧？老陈这2个英雄真处理不了，一个全能，一个钢背啊，直接搬掉，然后又搬了一个净治疗的冰魂，感觉老干爹这个开团好依赖这个海明啊，对吧？好超级依赖海明。海明开团大锤降落，哎，小狗打大锤，小狗打大锤，大锤有点头疼了呀。而且这个城保小狗的线啊，就是城就随便玩了，小狗你自己一个人单玩都可以吧，是吧？大锤加海明，小狗要早点学魔免啊！用海明的摔角行家加上大锤的那个一技能是可以叠加伤害的。半人马战行者，防你选电魂，是不是看出来没？这手人马选出来干嘛的？一是线上比较强，二是你要是选电魂打我狗，对吧？我有人马大招可以拉。然后整个阵容又增加了一手先手，要来个暴力输出的英雄，我还是选了电魂，打狗。那么 AR 怕不怕这个电魂呢？现在萨尔一级学电的还蛮多的，因为一级学电跟对面的酱油对拼的时候，你被电过就知道了啊，0.4秒的那个减速是能减你攻速啊，或者你打3号位被人家5号位的萨尔电过就知道，哎，被减速的时候你补不到刀，好吧，就相当于给你上了个0.4秒的凤凰的烈火精灵啊，蛮难过的。这也是这个萨尔这个版本的一个加强，或者说是大加强。这个冰片是想把狗封住打一套的，因为大锤有2级了，结果没封好，可惜了兄弟。FY 有技能没？狗仗人势是吧？这个2级的人马往这边走，结果空血的 FY 把满血的萨尔 A 跑了。人马先手一脚踩，看对面酱油拉野去了。怎么说？打死了！这波好机会啊，兄弟，好机会，小杜啊！但是你打大哥，不可能说什么每波都能做到，就是我不吃经验的呀，很难做到的。哇，老陈的这个电怪总算是给他 A 掉了。不 A 掉这个线大家都别玩好吧，玩不了。那个闪电鸟是真的厉害，而且老陈的闪电鸟血量超级高，招过来好像是700滴血还是多少滴血啊！招过来了之后，妈一直电又有回蓝，50点耗蓝电你120滴血，好吧，直接头皮发麻。下路已经烂掉了呀，这个大锤碰到小狗，哎，这盘我真觉得老干爹 BP 被爆了。不知道你们怎么看啊？他们这个海明加上大锤2个人能杀这个老陈，但是这个小狗肯定是无解肥，对吧？杀老陈就给你杀呗，杀个一次2次老陈，小狗无解肥了，打着老陈又打野去了，就不管了，对吧？带着2个野怪去包上路去了啊，配合这个莱恩，配合这个人马，带2个野怪随便杀随便包。就打到5分钟了还在勾兵啊，是真的玩不了啊，这下路。Top lane looks like where a lot of the action is happening though. Shiro going for a bit of a play onto FY. 先杀了只鸡 ，FY 这里还有鲜活的，双刃剑加脚踩接个刺啊 ！YU Smile 被秀烂了呀，兄弟！不是，巴赫这不是无敌了吗？这个上路啊，3个人头还有1血是吧？来了，包了！先手一张网，一个踩，一个双刃剑，一个刺 ，FY 拿到人头，是不是？这就哥们刚刚说的那种节奏呀。这下路小狗就不用管了啊，无敌了。然后老陈带2个野怪就上来了， 这节奏就是你再想突破下路小狗没机会了，上路嘛打又打不过，中路就变成1对1对抗，1对1对抗，骄阳的死亡先知也很稳，对吧？打个 QOP 大不了就是我没血了吸小兵就行了。所以现在 AR 的3条路按理来说都应该很优。又来了，电回又要死了，先手一张网，但是好像看到有人来了吗？看到萨尔了，留一个天命，莱恩刺一手。怎么说？哎，女王来下配合海明加大锤把小狗杀了，这死亡先知过来也是西红书加大招，杀个海明。
And Shiro spent a lot of time and a lot of effort getting rid of Tianming in that top lane.
小狗没大招，差了一点。他应该只差一点点经验，好吧？你看这个电魂是5级出头，然后小狗是单吃了下路很多经验值的，差一点点到6，到了6他就死不了。
He's going to be able to run away from any sort of those gank attempts. I think he should still feel relatively safe farming down here, but you're just seeing the impact of New on the Dawnbreaker, even against a Lifestealer. It's a pretty effective laner.
Yeah, 100%. Dawnbreaker, very, very strong hero.
差多了，还好，差2波兵啊。
Coming out here from the Chen creeps, not going to be enough though.
Yeah, PYW being able to walk through there.
FY 咋办？被海明滚雪球包住了。然后老陈的野怪先手一张网，巴赫上去，再是一脚踩一个双刃剑。有个冰甲怪，死亡先知来了，做传送门过来。吸魂巫术吸死一个对面的萨尔，然后女王也跳了过来，收掉了巴赫。死亡先知 TP CD 好了，吸魂入吸一吸，然后先杀一只鸡，1秒钟又有吸了。海明冰片分路往外走，冰甲怪给他加了个甲，老陈给他又加了个甲，吸魂巫术反吸，要反杀 PYW， 滚雪球滚2个，滚到了 FY， 哎不对，不是滚2个，女王把他卖了。卖了就算了，卖了反正也杀不掉了，对吧？女王也知道输出不够，控了一个8分钟的下路圣盾护盾符。
Obviously, Buck very confident on it. It's got a good damage in the lane. He's been able to start out very well, 3-1-1. But he is the one that's going to enable them to not consistently have to chase around this task, to chase around this Queen of Pain, even just getting away from the Razor Field.
这不卖女王也死，女王死不了。莱恩刚刚刺在 CD， 好吧，差了2秒钟，而且哪怕刺 CD 好了，海明滚雪就滚出去，女王也能跳了。正常的卖了是正常的呀，刚刚输出是不够的。
Means that he can start getting some of these higher tier creeps. They've worked their way towards bottom here with Tianming. He's got the big tomato creep. I thought they were going to try and make something happen here on New, but they just let him get underneath the T1 tower.
FY's dead. Not worth faith beyond committing onto this one. He actually does a little bit. He's got the stampede, I suppose.
讲道理啊，Setsu 的女王是有一点东西的，好吧？这2盘。哎呦，这个跳，这个跳完之后感觉有点近，好吧？有点危险，赶紧吼个大招。中单是女王大招和 DP 大招互换。
Yeah, I'm really wondering what he's going to be able to do up on this top side with the Exa, right? This is the second time now that he's popped it without actually securing a kill. Still getting his farm, but I really feel like they wanted to open up the map a lot faster than they have so far. So even though it is still a 2K lead to Azure,
感谢 SDN 的主导手送出的2个科技血瓶啊！感谢主导手。
If they don't lose any towers in the next 2 minutes.
Well, they lost a hero, which was New on the bottom side. They made the rotation with Tianming. I think it was just
老陈带了个松果人，配合小狗来推下1塔。哎，女王踢下来了，坏熊！哦，还好小狗还没闭张，好吧？小狗还没闭张，莱恩没到6。哎，你们猜熊哥这一波流汗没？
And they've got that siege creep coming now as well, so he would love to be able to just yoink away this creep aggro and then run behind the tower, make sure that he's not in harm's way.
Yeah, he's done that enough now as New makes his way back towards this bottom tier 1. They're going to try and tank it up with the Chen creeps. You're gonna persuade some of the dire creeps as well to fight for their side.
就感受一下好吧，就是八王坐在后面看着呢，然后高正雄踢下，踢下来被莱恩扬的瞬间，这话都不敢说好吧。
But then
Solo Guardian available if they did want to commit, but the Dawn is right here. He is again just really putting himself on the front lines, relatively tanky, and they get a quick pickup maybe on.
撇是撇回来 FY， 然后扬了一手，老陈一口奶，人马再开大，全球流是吧？哇，这个人马开大，死亡先知赶了过来，牛哥，牛哥觉得能反杀，结果人死塔掉。
I did say it would. Ooh, Ori.
Okay.
曾骄阳走高坡了呀！吸魂无数狂吸，哥们很硬，兄弟，很硬。
Now I did say next 2 minutes if they didn't lose a tower it would be a good thing. They lost it in about 1.5, so I mean it is kind of rough, right? And the more important thing is they didn't need to use the exorcism for it, so they've still got it.
牛哥这把天堂 A 仗当混子，我跟你说。
So that's a plus, not keeping Setsu's HP completely.
祭品，好吧，祭品 A 仗才是最混的，你天堂还不算混。
The Witchblade by the time they go for this next push, which is the big thing, is Low going to come with them though, with an infest bomb?
He has armlet ready as well as orb of corrosion, so he's.
祭品法克加 A 仗啊，混中混。
They have a finger as well.
Oh.
刺起来了，又要死了，哎，玩不了了，我打，就是我打什么呀打？
That's the first stack for FY.
Oh, the glimpse. Let's see why.
It's a little sad for Ori. He's just gonna walk over there anyways, but would have liked to have been able to clear the creep wave.
You would rather it happen then than in a much more influential.
不是你们怎么这么粗鲁啊？一直带家人的呀？咱们这直播间不允许这样说话，好吧？就打什么打什么呀打。 多好呀！文明，好吧，文明。哎呦，这是哎，一般一队人马那叫什么？一队车叫车队，一队马叫什么？马队吗？
25 minutes. This is what we were worried about. Like just consistently moving on forward. You've got the armlet. He's going into a radiance after that. Pretty standard, especially going up against multiple. Instances of physical damage like the Dawn, like the Tusk, like the Razor, so makes a lot of sense. Even just being able to clear out creeps just that little bit quicker. Man, FY, he's almost got his blink as well.
Oh, 马群
mostly concerned about if I'm on LGD, the amount of farm that he's been able to pick up here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the biggest thing with a draft like Chen is the influx of gold early on from all of these towers that you take. They've only taken 2 at 13 minutes, so it's not like it's blistering pace, but it's a very easy way for you to be able to accelerate some of these heroes that require some of these items to be.
女王不敢呀，真的不敢。小狗站住了这个符点，我就看你敢不敢跳过去拿这个符，好吧
？2100 gold, he basically has at the same time that Bark does, which is wild to me.
刚刚女王是 BS 了一下，然后小狗直接被吓得吃了这个符。实际上我觉得是这个样子的，女王只要敢逼下去，小狗开了臂章就能把它挠死。好吧，你敢吃这个符，我就敢杀你。莱恩跳刀来，莱恩加双倍狗又要杀这个大锤了。已经蹲好了，大锤只要敢漏，好吧，就是一个跳扬。哎，但是大锤屁股后面，哎，小狗屁股后面有2个对面的酱油。啊！啊！技能全空，我的老哥们，马群来了，人马头子带着天命的2匹人马过来，想杀这个电魂，没能杀掉。马蹄践踏加上 TP， 走你！下路杀狗没杀掉，是带走了一个 FY。讲道理 ，FY 自己去犯蹭了，好吧？人家对面动手打这个小狗的，结果 FY 自己上去打人家萨尔。这一波是 FY 自己犯蹭犯死的。
It's only going to get worse going into the drum of endurance next. On Tianming can probably afford it now if he wants to, but just wants to up the wave.
刚拿到跳刀，想要让对面总得见个人头吧。 对吧？想要记刀的。老陈的马群还在，马在兄弟。刚刚谁说老陈的马没了的？乱说。河道里面人马跳踩，哎。FY 老年人手速，人都杀完了，然后搁这儿招手，老年人手速啊。
So Azure, pedal to the metal here in this game number 3. They are looking back in ripe form. Game 2 seems like a bit of a blip on the radar.
Again, this is what they drafted for, though, right? Like, it's not like they have amazing scaling heroes on LGD as well.
右边已经不知道打什么了呀，是的，是不知道打什么了 ，BP 就被爆了，对吧？讲道理这个中单女王已经尽力了在前面。啊，前期这女王已经尽力了，带了2波节奏，但是没辙，这种老陈这种英雄运营起来，你跟搞他不定。
So caution is advised. Both these two teams.
Oh, they might find Shiro.
跳台接刺，控制虫了，兄弟。海明包雪球，救一手，这大锤再救一手，小狗被砸晕，小狗能跑不？啊，小狗没能跑掉，楼。这波其实跟楼没什么关系。
Lose some heroes and they lost them quick.
就是跑过来看一眼，结果被大锤砸了。
Fighting in, right? Like it's nighttime. They were in complete darkness and they were fighting under a potential observer ward that they'd.
这波阿楼在干嘛
I don't think there was one at the end of the day, but you just look at the relative top of the map, right? They've got complete understanding of anyone.
而且不光是楼的问题啊，人马和莱恩2个人控制也重了，是吧？感觉这波大家都在搞笑呀。
Yeah, just walk in, just. Use some Chen creeps. You don't have to overcommit.
真的要杀那个电魂要怎么杀？我想想，只能象征性的动一动，因为肯定是有大锤救的，对啊，肯定有大锤救，然后海明跳刀也有了。
The blink initiators that you guys have, so might as well just relax and let them come to you.
啊，这小狗怎么钱也不打的，辉耀也不出，就在这里陪死亡先知在打盾。
So just let them come to you, especially if it's under your vision.
哎，这噬魂鬼不对位，兄弟。老陈野怪操作一下，在门口停住了呀。哎，没事。
Actually, Ori to be the one picking it up. So not too often that you see one of those transformative.
这盘这个小狗，我想想，打出来的感觉。说难听点，这盘这小狗就是那种成事不足，败事有余。
The free HP does feel very good as well, so we'll see how Ori wants to play this. Sure, he's got the idea in the back of his head. It feels like every time that I've watched Azure, their first Aegis almost always goes on Ori. But speaking of some mid laners here, that is Setsu, the finger of death.
推个波吗？人马开大招！哎，追那个啊！
Why? He didn't get the auto attack, and as you said, it was PYW that was fast in the finger.
这能让女王活下来吗
Was that a blink snowball save? Yes, it was.
Oh, of course it was. And Setsu, he's willing to drop the Sonic Wave.
这能让女王活下来，有点不可思议啊，兄弟。
Of course, is you used a lot to be able to kill him potentially. The main thing you are worried about is that Sonic Wave. So with that being on cooldown, you know that you've got a little bit more freedom to be able to hit into this tower. That's why everyone's hanging around. Everyone except for Low is just.
这波海绵滚雪球，死亡先知往那个脚底下推个波，应该都。就是女王也死了，对吧？推个波也死了，或者说就是大家站一排，人马开大招，这出来就应该要有人能蹭到的。你路过可以被晕，但是站在那个行进路径上面，人马开大蹭到就能打出伤害来。
Didn't pop it too early.
They popped the Exo though on Ori. This is what you talked about. These transformative heroes. You have to be very careful to not lose your first life.
死亡先知在跑，被电魂电得受不了。
Because Chen is dead.
死亡先知有点危险啊 ！TP 踢了个海明。
From Ori.
还好是极速服，我的天啊！卡舒林士也 TP 走掉了，骄阳这波太吓人了。
So PYW does not find out Ori, but that's an exorcism. So another 2 minutes until that's going to be up and available for Azure.
And no objective being claimed. And again, most of the time when you see people pick up an Aegis, you don't see net worth shrink.
小狗钻人马了，受不了了，起点节奏了，总算想到钻了吗？一个跳阳接刺啊，小狗，哎呀，又不是小狗人头。这个 FY 这个人头是真稳啊，一个刺，对吧？技能也没交，也没普攻，这个人头就是他的，你说这咋整？跳阳完了，你这刺总得交吧？
They know they will have about 40 seconds left on.
小狗就差这一个人头辉耀了呀，兄弟们。
So seems like the ideal time to want to use it. I'm sure they're hoping that Ori can get up into that level 15 by that time. He's got about 3/4 of a level to get there, and I think they're realizing again how frustrating it is that LGD just seem to be run away from.
主要是因为小狗自己没 S 掉，他少拍一巴掌。 对吧？小狗他少拍一巴掌，这个人头就是他的，别急着拍。是小狗的这个伤害计算没到位。
Yeah, seems like that's what he needs in this game. It's to be a little bit more elusive, a little bit more kite centric.
跟队友勾心斗角是吧？那必须的呀，兄弟啊！你打游戏没勾过吗？ 妈的，打完魔方魔镜也是 FY 的，行呀！自己出什么跳刀以太对吧？魔镜就是留着就不买，哎，然后20分钟准时准点。 跟队友说，你们不打魔方，哥们这盘玩不下去了，是吧？快，给我打个魔晶去。那他不肥谁肥啊，兄弟？2个酱油加起来14000的经济。看看死亡先知第一波吃伤害，吸魂无数，吸得住不？老陈奶，哇，死亡先知融化了，但是没关系，哥们还带着盾。大锤降临落下来，小狗怎么说？ 小狗在挠电魂，快帮忙！哎呦，谁吹风断了一下人马？没关系 ，logo 他站住了，兄弟们，直接辉耀出炉第一波，完成了一波3杀。骄阳虽然是倒下了啊 ，FY 倒下了，但是 logo 这一波起飞。
Did indeed just dealing what 6k damage on that heavily of course influenced.
只可惜这个电魂抽攻，他因为脸上第一时间有个死亡先知，他想杀这个先杀死亡先知再说，对吧？所以抽攻抽的死亡先知，导致后面没人能够去打狗了。你就看一下这个老干爹阵容里面能打狗的输出，其实也就是这个电魂。 人马开大招了，上路打起来了，死亡先知还搁那打野呢，兄弟们。哎，然后没事，好吧，只是杀个酱油啊，小打小闹罢了。死亡先知也不需要去。感觉这一波他们的目标是要杀这个痛苦女王的，结果海明又是蹲女王，然后女王跑掉了。
They got a siege creep to help him out a little bit, but still not wanting to give those creeps up for free is Tianming. What I was saying before was the level advantage on LGD was much more pronounced before that last.
这个物理出装的死亡先知，他相当于其实吃不了什么伤害，说实话。现在电魂都是朝着撒旦加上蝴蝶出的，谁还出天堂呀？ 主要蝴蝶加攻速，懂吗？现在一个夜叉，然后 BKB， 夜叉之后做分身斧或者对剑，然后就是撒旦蝴蝶了。怎么讲？莱恩被女王推走之后是刺了2个人马，踩了2个，但第一波的输出没能打上。骄阳先是追死了一个 PYW 的海明，电魂开着 BKB 在跑，但跑不掉的呀，没有 BKB 的啊，不是没有 TP 的。 一个钻出来的伤害，结果还是 FY 的人头。楼对这个伤害的判断和控制真的有问题，好吧？这个小狗我跟你说，再要练一练，要精进一下，这伤害判断真不行。那这人头也能是 FY 的呀？你看他打到现在这个29分钟，大家领先1万经济的局，对吧？核心其实领先没多少。哦，双酱油领先了多少钱啊？老陈肥那是他的本事，对吧 ？FY 又是拿魔晶又是拿人头的，这经济跟个大哥一样。莱恩踢了一塔留萨尔去了，兄弟。OB 老师能不能看到？能不能看到？
Do some shenanigans with these creep waves, but it's just not.
这个人头不是 FY 的了啊，被几个小兵摸掉了。电魂抽弓抽小狗，人马开大直接撤走。撤走完了，一波拉扯完了，继续要上高。萨尔买活。
Why leave?
I like Logo in the BKB as well. You're still a while away from Aghanim Scepter.
抽弓又来了，推棒再撤走啊！这个不是推，是那个。好像是推了一下，对，这那个死亡先知有大推推了一下，然后海明进场配合女王，加上一个大锤的落地，直接秒掉了 FY 的莱恩。恶念瞥是瞥回来死亡先知，死亡先知有一口奶酪直接吃满。哎，这推棒推的是自己，没推小狗。小狗被电魂抽弓，然后一钻出来，兄弟！哇，差点被带回家了。
But low, smart enough to get out of dodge and will get out of the Razor and go directly in onto Nu. He does so little.
超级刮痧，因为被电魂就是钻在肚子里面被电魂也能抽弓的，抽了200点。
That Rax is just going to be once again under siege. So much hatred for FY. They see how important he is to this lineup. As yeah, there we go. They end up getting.
哦，刚刚我好怕刚刚的小狗，它不愿意出来。
Get a kill on Setsu.
Yeah,
that happened. He was so deep.
They found him at the back. They just got enough with the stuns.
女王想切那个天命，结果被反打了，吹风接沉默给击杀了。杀完之后，女王没有买活，大锤没有买活，老干爹的双酱油都是买活过了，差不多了吧？这波感觉打完到点了，游戏结束了。
I feel like it's just becomes even easier once you've got that BKB on low. Only a couple of hundred gold away from it. Should be able to get it from these towers. No quap to have to deal with.
莱恩配合人马直接跳4大，秒掉一个买活过的那个萨尔买活阵王。
Why probably did not expect that at all.
Yeah. It's one of the advantages of the Aghanim Shard, right? You can put a little bit of pressure on without being in a really risky position, but just stepping too far forward that time around. Nice Lotus usage as well by Buck, anticipating the static link coming through from Shiro.
Yep. So they're able to just sit back and allow Low to punch.
这大锤选的没啥用，劣势局大锤前面就烂掉了，是没啥用。主要老干爹这阵容拿出来明显输出不够，对吧？阵容拿出来就被爆了呀，就前期就已经是很大差距了。
Accept a Tusk in case of emergency territory. It's going to be a while though until he gets it. It kind of feels like a carbon copy.
一般情况我不说阵容被爆的，但是真的我说到阵容被爆的时候，都是实力开阵容。大家在这直播间看比赛、看直播看这么久，我很少说这句话的。
Yeah, being punished, seeing if they can try and deal with the Chen, but I don't think if Game 3 is really the time for LGD to experiment by trying to take down a hero like the Chen. Wasn't all just the Chen, but does enable quite a lot here. So now it's Lasara coming in from LGD. A lot of damage being stolen. Up against Ori.
杀死亡先知输出够吗？啊，电魂是板了命的杀了死亡先知，但是抽弓也没有了，被小狗给挠死。大锤没有买活的，小狗挠谁谁死啊！除了这个电魂有点弱。哎，后面怎么有个海明啊？这海明也想切老陈，根本切不死，好吧？海明想切老陈，结果自己被反阳，然后莱恩反大，电魂买活过来又想抽狗的攻击力，然后被狗一钻，老干爹打出了 GG， 这样的话又是恭喜 AR 挺进到了 PGL 瓦拉几亚 Major 的中国区预选赛总决赛。
Wallachia.
Wallachia. Alright,
There you go. Oh, you got it. No, you were good.
恳求观众老爷给点赞，我们下次再见。